That's plenty.
And then do you... Good afternoon. I'm going to introduce myself really quickly. I'm Karen, and this is my Uncle Graham. I know.
Aged Uncle Graham.
I'm sorry, but it's an actual fact. You are my Uncle Graham. So anyway, we're going to be cooking today, aren't we?
We are indeed.
And what we're doing is we're using up leftovers. Because Graham cooked for tea last night, and what was it you made?
Chicken and mushroom. Chicken and mushroom.
Chicken and mushroom with a creamy white wine sauce. With added, I can't believe it, I found in this cupboard, I'm coming back. What's this? Oh, it's at home.
But it looks like a drop of brandy.
A bottle of brandy. It was in the medicine cupboard.
Well, it always does you good in the drop of brandy.
Speaking of which, let's start with a drop of medicine.
That's a good idea, Jack.
Cheers.
Good health to you. Cheers.
Cheers. So Graham, what we've got here is the leftover chicken stripped of all the skin and the bone, mushrooms and the cream.
Yeah.
And we've just sautéed this
leeks
off in a little bit of butter. We need to combine the two. Do you want to pop those in there?
I surely do.
This is really simple. Have you used shop bought puff pastry before?
No.
All right, it's a revelation. I mean, the thing is, when I've been on Bake Off, probably most people watching this know, and they expect you to make everything from scratch. But puff pastry is great from shop, honestly. It's great. So just give that a twizzle through. And I've got this quite small dish ready. But I want it quite full. We don't want it filling down at the bottom and then, you know, we need it to the top.
Will that do for you?
That'll look fine. So if you want to pop that in there next, please.
I will,
Honestly.
I would have preferred a bigger spoon than this.
Well, let's get you a bigger spoon. Where do you keep them? I don't know my way around this kitchen.
No, we'll have this one.
He's going for another spoon. You do need the right tools sometimes to make the job easier. We've preheated the oven to 200 degrees, or it would be 180 fan.
This is what I call a spoon.
That's what I call a spoon, especially if you're having pudding. That's it. It smells lovely.
It does. Nice. Breeze coming up from it.
Bit of breeze coming up. It's been in the it's been in the fridge overnight. So that's lovely. That's going to fill it just perfectly, I reckon.
Apart from all I've spilled all over the place.
It's alright. My fingers are clean. Nice bits. In we go. So, we'll squash that down a bit. So pack it down nicely. I need my glasses on to see how he's getting on with this. So, it's a pity we haven't got a bit more filling. What I would have, ideally, in an ideal world, I would have liked, so what I'm doing is I'm cheating a bit, because I want the pastry to sit
come right up to the edge, not
sort of on there like that. So, it's our first time, so we'll just see how we get on with this. So, that's the filling in. So we're now straight onto pastry now. That quick. So what we do is grab the pastry that's been in the fridge. Pastry's always better when you've got it cold. It's got better cold. I'm telling you this because if this was hot and you tried to put the pastry on it now, it would spoil the pastry. The pastry itself needs to be quite cold when it goes in the oven. So it's good that this is cold. So what we're doing is we're cutting a strip to go, that's it, around that edge, best you can. That's it, don't have to be exact. While you're doing that, I'm going to beat an egg for egg wash. You know how to beat an egg, don't you? You don't need me showing you that, I'm sure. Right, so get another one.
I'd love to do that.
You might need 3 or 4 actually. Lovely. A pizza roll would have been a good thing.
Yeah.
Do you have such a thing?
No.
Do you eat pizzas?
No.
No? You like it? You must have tried one at some point in your life. So we've got this now. We need to stick it there. So with that little brush, you want to brush some egg all around the edge of that. Please.
Please, I'd be
Please. Yes. So you don't have to worry about being Van Gogh or anything. You know what I mean?
Or Picasso.
Because you always take a long time overdoing your cooking, don't you?
My cooking takes phenomenally long.
You are an engineer though, because so I suppose engineering background makes you want to be very, very precise with everything.
That's it.
I know. Oh.
That's it.
Mm. That's fine.
I was a mechanical engineer.
A mechanical,
right.
get the story right.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick
Get
tock.
it right. So you can stick those strips around the edge of the dish. Pressing down a bit. That's it. Just
I wanted to do the right hand turn, but we haven't done the right hand turn, so
that's lovely.
do the best we can.
Then other one.
We'll work this way around, I think.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. I'll hold it down. So.
if we had 2 more men, we could get them as well.
Yeah. And then just a just a tiny weeny bit.
We can have a tiny weeny bit in no time.
Or we could make it do like this. Look, I've done. We
Oh.
just stretched it along.
Radio.
So that's all right. To me, that's fine. So perfect, viewers. Look, Graham's done it so far.
Well.
So now, would you be kind enough to unleash the rest of the roll, please? Now, all we need to do is place that on there and then trim it. But I do want to save a little bit for these because we don't need to sort of.
Well, I'd like to make a straight cut this.
Would you? Let's see how far this goes, and then let's see. Oh look, see, get ruler out next.
Yeah. Well, that's how much we need.
Okay, so if you take it there,
that'll be enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So.
Fab. I'm going to brush the other bit so it's got something to stick to the pastry. So basically what we're doing is making sure that this is going to have something to stick to, which is why it's a good thing to use a dish with a rim.
Yes.
Now some people say pie is not a pie if it hasn't got a base. What's your view on that?
I think it's alright as it stands.
It's going to be alright for you.
I'm sure it is.
So what you do next is basically, this is on paper so you need to lift it off. We could have got a rolling pin to lift it on, but and then you lay it across. That's great. Bring it forward so you're not stretching too far. Before you trim it, with your thumbs, you're going to squash those two thumbs or fingers, whichever like this I've done. For now, just so when you trim it, oh I say. It's going in for the killer ornamentation. I was going to do that afterwards, but hey, it looks good to me.
Well,
it looks good to me.
We shall soon see. We might finish up on the floor before it finishes.
So your technique is 2 fingers in and then a squeeze. Oh, excellent. You see? Can you see? We'll show you in a minute. We'll swing it round so you're not trying to. Right. Well, I never did. Lovely. That's it. And
3,
2, 1. You got that? Don't set pastry in your enthusiasm. Now you need to hold this up like a chef would.
Now this is the clever bit.
This is the clever bit. Would you like me to hold it for you, or can you manage? Do you want to get the smaller knife or the big knife? Which do you think is going to be sharpest? You know how to. Oh, he's done this before. I think. You have dealings with pastry. Making sure it doesn't tear. That's lovely. And then. That's it round. Just reposition. Don't spoil it because you're doing amazing. I'll hold that. It's like holding someone's veil. That's it. And there we go. Hey!
Olé!
Olé! You see now, if we'd had that bit more filling, it would be not. It's sort of going down.
Yes.
Hey, so all we need to do now
Let's have a drink.
is have a drink a minute. Have a little
Cheers.
breather. Cheers. Down the edge. Usually you just put a tiny little
Balls.
couple of neat ones so that it keeps a nice, so just let any steam out.
Is that enough?
Funny, is it funny how people do things? I would have always gone that way, but it doesn't matter. And that. Just like so. And then, you see, Uncle, not in normal life people will just put some egg wash on this and put it in the oven. But maybe in me, we're not going to quite do that. We're going to put some decoration.
Right.
So you know this strip you saved very
Yes.
carefully. I brought with me cutters. I wanted to put chicken pie over it, but we didn't have enough room for chicken.
No.
So it's just going to say pie
Right.
and a couple of 3 stars. So
Can I cut them?
that's what you're here for.
Oh,
Yes. So starting here to not waste any.
we could have a chicken trim.
You could.
No. Stick.
So start at this. Oh, I don't want you to waste any. That's it. Press firmly down, and then that's it. And then lift.
Oh, I see.
And then sometimes, just to get it out, it varies what you've got handy really. End of that fork. So that's it, see? We've got a perfect P. So that's P. So now I. I.
Alright.
And again, make sure it's gone right through. And we get a clean.
As clean can be.
Yeah. This time we'll just edge it off with that. It doesn't matter as long as it just flops out. And then finally, E. E for you.
E for Heffalent.
Effluent.
That's it?
That's it.
I'm just getting used to that.
Well, you haven't finished yet because you brought some stars.
Oh, stars. My star actors are ready to come in.
So that's it. So we've got that ready. So you can do as many stars as you want.
As many stars as well. That is me big star.
That's the big star. I like to do things in 3. I like odd numbers for decorating. So we'll have 1 big and 2 small, shall we?
Yeah.
Go on then. That's it. Very creative. That's it.
Self-rejecting, you'll notice.
That's right. So you can get some with springs on that push out like that. Somebody's invented it. You're not getting in there first.
Oh dear. Coming out now?
Coming out, perfect. So
You have it.
yeah. So all we need to do is I'll move all this stuff.
Oh, you
You
want some more egg white? Yeah.
yes. So you egg wash the pie, and then you stick them on, and then you egg wash the decorations, and then you're pretty much done.
So we're going over the whole top of the pie, are we?
Yes, and don't be mean with it. Well, put a layer on first anyway. So what do you know what this does, using the egg wash?
It goes a nice golden brown
That's exactly what it does.
when it's done.
Yeah, it does. And I mean, if you haven't got an egg in, some people might use a bit of milk, but it's never quite the same. But yeah, it does. It just helps glass it up. So what are we having this with tonight then in your house?
I haven't started thinking about it.
Well, you see, I thought for you last night you've got some potatoes left behind
Oh, yes.
and a few green beans, and they can just bang in the microwave,
That's good.
and then you've used them. This looks exciting. This is too big for one person, but we're not staying again because pie is off my diet.
Not staying.
No.
I have to eat all on my own.
Yeah, that's a tragedy.
Oh dear, dear, dear.
So just get. I don't want this bit much in the bottom. Just spread that. You see, because it's in a well.
No.
Yeah. Just. That's it. Lovely. Yeah. There you go. You can speak to me. You don't have to be, like.
Yeah.
Be amusing.
I think I'm going to reopen them holes.
Yeah.
No, they're filling up again. That wasn't a good idea, Graham.
It's alright. It's there.
One stayed open. Ventilation, you see.
And now, where you put your word on and then you start.
Do I,
Stick it whatever you like.
Is the eye going to go?
Well, if it was me,
Yes, yes, yes.
I would do it above because, you, like you say, you wouldn't be able to get your eye in place. So,
Tragedy is stuck.
it's alright, not really. It's very soft, isn't it? We're not going to put this straight in the oven either, we're going to put it back in the fridge to chill the pastry back off because it's very warm in the kitchen today. And then your stars.
Stars.
There we go. Would you have done this decorating if it was just you on your own?
No, I wouldn't do that.
No.
First of all, I wouldn't have had the cutters.
Well, this is true. This is true. You
Yes,
can come
indeed.
round to me. I want to live round Cornwall. You can come round any time and buy my equipment.
Now, you want a bit of...
And you just need to gloss those up with a bit of egg.
Yep.
Not too much. To waterline. That's quite generous. So you don't need to put your brush in every time. So it's well coated as it is. Did your mum used to bake?
Oh yes, that should be good.
She never encouraged you in the kitchen though?
No, well, certainly not.
No, because my mum said she didn't her either because she was too concerned that you'd make a mess of it and waste ingredients. Well, you were in rationing, you couldn't afford mistakes.
No, I couldn't indeed.
So that's
what
perfect.
about this here? It looks a little bit of filling in.
Yeah, right. So what we're going to do, let's show our viewers.
Right here.
So can we see? Can we see John the cameraman? Yeah, up. There we go. So we're going to chill this off a little bit. We're going to chill it down because we're not in a great rush anyway. So that pastry gets nice and cold again. So what happens is when the cold pastry, the butter in the pastry, hits the heat of the fan, that's when the magic happens and it puffs up. The warmer your pastry gets, the less likely that is to happen.
I see.
So we'll just, and while we're in here, look, have we got any more of that lovely wine? Handy. Oh yes.
Just so happens there is.
Just so happens there is. Oh, wrong bottle. What's that? Oh, that's Bailey's. Right. So, viewers, we're going to pour. Hang on. Let's have a little 2 seconds here. Refresh our glasses. Refresh our glasses a little bit. And we're going to go chin chin. And we're going to say
Chin chin.
see you in 10 minutes.
Bye.
Bye. Right then, Uncle. The moment of truth.
It is.
Yes, it's been chilling in the fridge, our chicken pie, and now it's
Time
ready
to
to
eat
go in the oven.
Would you like to open it for me?
I will, chef, certainly.
Thank you.
Good luck.
There you go. Get warm. 3, 2. Okay, will you open the oven for me, please?
I will. Stand forward.
Right, you.
Okay, fingers crossed, eh? Watch the heat comes out first. Oh,
Right,
hey, look at this.
Oh, it looks good.
Now, just take it steady because it's very hot.
Here she comes.
Lovely.
Nice and steady.
Lovely, steady away.
Here we go. How about it?
Da-da-da-da-da.
It looks magnifique.
Magnifique.
Very
It
good,
still
very good.
says pie.
Yeah,
It still says pie.
good. Oh,
It's sunk a bit, but we knew that would happen
Absolutely.
because we didn't have enough filling. But actually, look how beautiful and
Yeah,
rustic
yeah,
that
lovely,
looks. Fantastic.
Okay.
Smells are delicious as well. Pie.
yeah.
And what's the verdict?
I think it looks great. I can't wait to get my teeth into it.
Oh, well, it's lovely and tender, so you shouldn't have much trouble eating it. Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. Well done, you. This is in. Well, Graham, here we are. Your chicken pie. What do you think?
I'm delighted with it. It looks marvellous.
It does. It smells great.
It really looks great.
Yeah, and what a lovely gloss you've got on. I mean,
Absolutely.
I know you were taking a long time with the painting, but actually it's
paid
paid off.
Paid off, and that's
Has.
right. Yeah,
Do you know what, before we go,
yeah. Yep.
while you were busy cooking, I went off and I found this. You've written this down. It says Graham's cookery recipe from about 1936. So how old were you? And when were you born? In 19...
31.
Oh,
So I'd be about 5 years of age then.
Okay. Half a pound of tuppenny rice. Half a pound of treacle, mix it up and make it nice. Pop goes the weasel.